Once a year, we invite 4 of New England's top printmaking schools to compete for the title of Iron Printmakers. Each team has 5 hours to create an edition of prints that utilizes 4 different printmaking techniques: lithography, intaglio, relief, and screen printing. Teams will be judged on quality of image, quality of printing, teamwork, and creativity. They must also incorporate 4 mystery ingredients that are not revealed until the start of the competition. Who will take home the trophy and be crowned this year's Iron Printmakers? Welcome to Iron Printmakers 9.
All right, everybody should be down here. In case you don't know, I'm Carolyn, though all of you should know that. I would like to introduce our judges. We have Chris Wallace. We have Liz Banish coming in from Connecticut. Right? And we have Liz Melnichek coming in from upstate New York. So, all right, are you ready? One person from each team, if you have to get this, you're going to have 5 hours of printing. Go!
Like a 3D puzzle? My God.
Someone have a knife?
Wait, can we just use the headlamp? I was just like, can we just use the headlamp?
Pittsburgh mini suction cup. 15-pound capacity. You know, you can conceptually reference this too. It doesn't have to be like a physical representation.
I'm Delaney.
I'm Deborah. I'm Shannon.
I'm Angela.
And I'm Taya, pronouns she, her, and we are the BU Livigators! So we are planning to make a print inspired by Barbie and Gorilla Girls. And so we each have a different specialty of printmaking. We have a very detailed schedule plan of attack, and we are so excited to be participating in Iron Printmakers. Thank you for including us.
Do you mind if I check in with you while you're tracing?
Absolutely.
Okay. So this is your mystery ingredient.
Yes, we're using it in multiple ways. So she's using it as part of a clamping device. I'm also using it as a decorative element that ties into the lamp too. That's now become part of our text, but also has become that element.
Okay,
So,
yeah, so we got utility and aesthetics coming into play with the mystery ingredient.
to climb the glass ceiling to dismantle the patriarchy.
Yeah, so these shapes are lending themselves well to your original design. You're not finding it too interruptive.
No.
Okay.
But we thought a lot about leaving space for
Leaving space for
you know?
that.
Totally.
How is this shape lending itself to your image now? Like, what is this becoming?
I like how it is allowing a little bit more noise to happen, so that eventually I'm preparing the silk screen right now, and then we're just going to plop this on top. Yeah, and so it's allowing, I think, a little bit more pattern to come in and maybe make let the figure, integrate into the box a little bit more.
Cool. And what processes you got going? You got screen print. I saw aluminum plate litho.
We got aluminum plate litho. We have woodblock relief, and then we have copper etching.
Great.
How are we doing on time? Good on time. All right, we got some time.
Can you use it to clamp your screen to the table?
Paper that I put in the studios. Like on the
Too much.
if you just lay it down, it's just like transfer paper.
Okay.
But-
But need that. Like that would make it.
I could lean the copper against it when I'm a
Never use that. Does that count?
and we're using it.
I'm Amelia. I'm a member of the Studio Stallions here at Mass Art.
I'm Kim.
I'm Kayla.
I'm Jackie.
And Prior.
I'm Jermaine, and we're the Studio Stallions from Mass Art.
My voice cracked.
We're coming in with a decent plan. We're thinking about starting with relief, our first 2 layers, and then going to etching, and after that our print will be transferred to silkscreen, where that'll be finished, and then lastly lithography to finish off the edition.
Prior. Does this look good?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
This is the gradient. This is the outside.
Yes.
And then you want the same color or a combination of the 3?
Would it be the biggest pain in the butt to add a little bit of the brown to that?
Not at all.
Okay, I think it's a little too
I have a bunch
saturated.
of this.
Yeah.
But I also have...
I would add a little bit of the warm tone so it's not as saturated.
Mass Art team. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
So how are you feeling about your progress today and the print, and how, what I thought was cool about your team was that you had somebody that you trusted to do your batch mixing of all your colors ahead of time. That was some good preparatory work. How are you feeling about the rest of how things are going? How did that work out for you?
It was a little worrisome, just like seeing everyone else doing whatever they're doing, but I'm comfortable. I feel like it's okay.
And how are you incorporating your mystery ingredients today?
Oh, do you want to
So for the headgear, the light,
Yeah.
I used it basically as light.
Utility. Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
those little plastic red pieces. We're gonna use it for either embossment or kind of like as a relief
Okay.
tool,
Like
just
a
to print with
pressure
it.
print?
Yeah,
We have the dinosaur, which you
How
use.
is dinosaur getting used?
I'm gonna use for the aqua tint to apply textures
Okay.
as I'm
Like we're gonna
step
take them
biting.
apart and
Yeah.
bone
Yeah.
set back. Okay, okay.
And then we have the
Suction cup.
the suction cup, which we didn't use the actual cup for it. We used the
the
2 little
clamping?
handlebars, and
Okay.
we're basically clamping our paper together to transfer our images.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so utilitarian uses of the things.
Yes.
Cool. I'm excited to see what comes out of it.
Thank you.
Thanks, you guys.
So we go like that. Oh yeah, Sophia.
Yes.
This is how you're gonna be holding your Lexan from now on with the suction cup though.
Okay.
Yeah. Just be careful. We can move it to and from the press like this. I think we have options. I think it's a good idea.
My name is Sophia.
Oh.
I am Lydia.
Nina. I'm Hannah.
Yeah, and we are the Cold Cuts from the School of Museum of Fine Arts with Nina and Hannah as our coaches. We have our drawing all done and we have it printed out so that all of us can sort of look at it throughout it. But we're starting with screen, which is not usual for iron print, so we're excited to, get to a new horizon.
Alright, how is this lending itself to your final piece?
So this is our palette knife.
That's your
So
palette
we're
knife.
going to be using this for most of our
So
mixing.
he's going along for the ride.
He's
with you
going
guys.
along for the ride with
Great.
us. Because we couldn't disassemble him after look at him. He's so
Never
cute.
could you? Yes, of course.
I hope we get extra points for this.
Okay, so he's your palette knife friend.
Yes.
And what are you doing now? You're cutting
Maybe
a
palette knife
shingle
pal.
Yeah. A palette knife. And are we cutting Shinkolai paper here?
Yes.
And how is this going to get integrated into the print? Through your litho process or your relief?
Through our intaglio.
Your intaglio.
Because we're printing screen right now, so that way we can wet this paper and not have to worry about it interacting with the acrylic of screen.
Hell yeah. Okay, so lift quickly from this side. Yeah. Okay, there is no kiss mark. Oh, there's a tiny kiss mark.
Joanna Booth.
Tony Torres.
Daniela Pozo.
Maxime Jean Lefebvre.
Emma Levinson, and we are the squeegees from RISD. Basically, we're going to print silkscreen first, and then spend most of the morning prepping all of our other layers, and then in the afternoon, right after lunch, we're going to print all 3 of them consecutively, back to back, and hope that it works.
So what do you think, since this is your first year so far?
Good.
What do you think?
I'm excited. A little worried, but should be
Yeah.
worried. I don't know.
Yeah. So did y'all do a lot of planning this past week, or?
We did for the past month. We met a bunch of times. We had a very difficult dry run that was very inconclusive.
Yeah.
We learned a lot from it. So.
But that's a great thing to
Yes,
do, because
yes.
you learn a lot once you actually do it, right?
Yes. We kind of revamped the whole thing, but it was good because had we not done that, today would be very difficult, I think.
All right then,
Okay.
keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Will do.
But I have a line card, and I just have to beat.
Liz, what are you thinking about where everybody is right now?
I'm working on mass art.
Yeah, me too.
I'm worried because they haven't started, or they just started editioning a very first layer.
And it's the only program currently that feels like there's not a whole lot.
Not like a whole lot of ink on paper.
Yeah.
If you want, we could rotate the chipboard.
Okay. Yeah, our registration's definitely going to be a little wonky at some points. I can see that if the first 2 layers. Okay, run it through.
We have paper down.
No, you're good. You guys are so helpful. Okay, what can I do? Because I'm just standing here right now. Okay. Here, take that piece down so that way we don't have to keep making one, because this is the 3rd time I've made one. Yeah, we gotta rush, dude. We're behind schedule.
Yeah, but it's fucking working. Yeah, it's ridiculous, but that's the name of the game, baby. I love it.
Paper. I'm gonna look at the. Sorry. Yeah, it's just something in our registration is a little off, but it is what it is.
Hey, don't worry about that. It's no, it is what it is at this point. We gotta keep going.
One of the things that RISD has going for it is that it feels like they're kind of working with an image that's slightly more I don't call it non-objective, but it's not as pictorial. And it feels like you could throw in abstract shapes into it, and it's not going to overall look weird in the composition.
Yeah. Which is vastly different than the Levigators who came with the most planned out, full color printout plan.
Figurative, even.
Figurative.
Yeah, I've been asking everyone about the registration techniques. That's going to be a huge make or break. It could really hurt them if it's things don't quite line up properly.
22 3/4, roughly. Let me make sure I have it right.
And this was 22 when it started. And Deborah, through the litho press, were they printing it top first?
Top first.
Yeah, so we're going to have to chop off
The bottom.
that 3/4 of an inch from the bottom and get the registration marks because we want it to match up
We
here.
had to extend it. We had to extend the registration marks on the
Yep, so that's basically what we're doing here as well.
I just have to pull it from the picture. It's not.
you always want to put acrylic on top of oil. You never
Yes.
want to put oil on top of acrylic.
So I know like the screen printing is the quickest way to get something down on paper, so I understand the appeal to get to it first.
We're starting with screen, which is not usual for iron print.
But you gotta think, you gotta have that understanding of ink properties. Will they sit smoothly on top of each other?
Yeah.
You're seeing it happen with SMFA in litho right now. The offset of the really wet layer from relief is causing them a world of pain,
which is costing time. We don't like to admit when we're wrong, but it does sometimes happen. Occasionally, honestly, unsurprisingly, Mass Art
We
has
just turned around and they
turned
have
around.
4 layers, right?
Yeah.
Because they technically have 2 relief layers,
Yeah.
and they're etching done already, and they're putting screen right now.
Why they belabor the dinosaur a little bit.
Mass
Still
Art
have
has
yet to
not
see the
used the
Mass Art
Triceratops.
dinosaur. I'm waiting to see that Triceratops come into play.
I almost want to ask
Still haven't
them,
seen
but
it.
I feel like that's going to give it away.
I know.
A blind embossment.
Yeah.
This sounds easy.
A blind embossment.
Just
That would be
like,
sick.
don't even
Dude,
press
press
it.
bed.
I would be that would be fine with me.
Don't say anything. They have to come with that on their own, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like every time I've come over here, you guys have had troubleshooting, and you've been like, oh shit. You come back and you're like, we got it. That's litho. That's true. It's true. Well, you know, I do notice that they're doing the right thing here. They have that picture of Seinfelder hanging up. Yes. Which is you're supposed to
You
do
must
that, or
pray
else
to the
you'll
God.
get a curse
Yeah.
on your shop.
Oh yeah? Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
You have 5 minutes left. That's it. 5 minutes. If you lay the paper, then let them go for about a minute.
This is done. Please take this.
We have a paper cutter over here.
It needs to be less wet on the bottom.
All mic'd up.
But look, it's actually 16. What we initially planned it. Exactly.
Alright. Painting in the tiny gaps.
Okay, wait.
Same ink.
It's getting crazy. Like, I thought it was crazy before, and it's getting really crazy now.
Yeah.
I know I keep bringing it up, but it's the status of the Triceratops for Mass Art.
I saw the Triceratops getting prepared for. Yes, I was happy to see that. For use.
For one printing.
Just take it, go.
this is our edition that we made and the piece that we picked for our final. We wanted to focus a lot on humanity and nature and memory and the connection between humanity and nature and that experience. All of us use the color blue a lot, or cool tones, as well as trees and figures, as well as very illustrative work, which is why we chose to do this image.
This print definitely shows its processes on its sleeve.
It does.
Where it really wants you to know each layer and what they're done.
Yeah.
Like it's a printer's print, you know?
Right, with the embossment in the middle. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The wood grain showing.
Wood grain showing, halftone for the screen print, which is a very screen printy language.
That's a really good point. Does that contribute to sort of a sense of, doesn't feel as cohesive as the others to me in some ways?
I mean, it definitely feels the most collaborative. Like it feels the
Yes.
most like
Four
many cooks in a
hands.
kitchen.
Yeah. Yeah. I also, broken record with the Triceratops.
Where's the Triceratops?
Very minimally.
Someone
at
tell
the
me where it is.
Very end. Maybe it had a little bit of ink on it.
I know. Like, I think on the one hand, there were aspects of using these mystery ingredients for utility that was smart. But the same teams who were doing that also found a way to incorporate those things into their print at the same time.
Right.
I kind of wish I saw that in here, especially because we're talking about nature.
Hi, I'm Sophia. We are from the School of Museum of Fine Arts, and our print is called Death at the Diner. All of us sort of work with food in our practice, in like our printmaking practice, in different ways, but none of us really have a cohesion besides that, so we figured we'd mash it all together and create death.
Yeah, just to reiterate again, like what I noticed at the beginning of the day, which was an initial concern, was the screen printing layer going down first, the acrylic-based ink not being cohesive to bond to the subsequent layers of oil-based ink, and we're seeing that rejection. So not as much detail able to hold from the Pronto plate, possibly leading to some of the print quality issues that we're seeing as well, with the filling in as they were trying to, yeah. So it looks like there's the push and pull, trying to, you know, get the plate to re-ink, while some parts are printing off and some parts are not.
I mean, that's the thing I do appreciate about this piece is they took some swings.
Yeah,
it's ambitious.
There's ambition.
Yeah.
I think color selection-wise, it's probably the strongest print because like from across the room, it's the most engaging.
True. Yeah.
Like it's one of those things like this sounds like almost I hope this sounds like a backhanded compliment. This print looks really good when you're far.
Yeah. Well, high contrast. It's also like a riff on primary colors, which I think is probably why it's so strong.
Right.
Hi, my name is Emma. First off, I just want to say thank you so much for having us. So our print is called Playground. The first layer silkscreen, we use the dinosaur form to spray through onto a piece of mylar and use it as stenciling. The intaglio takes the place of the 3 Shinkale squares you see, or rectangles you see in there, and that's primarily where we use the other mystery ingredients to use as stenciling to spray around. We did some Vaseline monotype printing and etched that. And yeah, overall it takes, I think this print really encapsulates our collective love for form, texture, and playing around with things.
So the first thing that strikes me about this print is how fluid it is. Like it looks like one artist made this. It doesn't look like a collaboration.
Very cohesive.
Which I think is kind of impressive. And in a way, like, especially when we go down and compare like mass arts, it's not like screaming out, here's a relief, here's a litho, here's an etching. Like it's meshing well to where it just kind of reads as an image.
It doesn't look like they're checking off boxes on a list. It's
That's
just
a great way
a
to put
piece
it.
they've made. And actually, that is really striking now that you pointed out.
They left enough of their concept open so that they got to really use the mystery ingredient in a very stark way.
Yeah.
That feels particular,
organic,
and
almost.
and purposeful than
Yeah.
what we might have seen in the other teams.
Hi everyone, my name's Angela and I'm from the Levigators from BU. This was an amazing experience, and for our print, we have a Gorilla Girl Barbie. Now, all 4 of us already work with the idea of womanhood, femininity, gender, and all of those questions. So when we were getting together to figure out our print, we wanted to make sure that it still felt really true to ourselves. So while still making sure that we had contemporary references and pop culture references, as well as art historical references, the Gorilla Girl Barbie was born.
Probably the most planned of all the schools that we saw.
Yep.
Yeah, they came in with a full color
Digital mock-up.
mock-up.
A whole
Yeah.
digital mock-up. Yeah.
Calendar at their paper.
Yeah.
Another good example too of a print that looks like it was made by one person and not four.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like a really cohesive quality.
definitely.
Yeah, all the elements, again, do come together really, really well. I kind of wish that maybe the plastic, there was a little less plastic. Like, I kind of wish maybe the plastic was only over the figure.
Yeah, like you'd see on the actual box.
Kind of
the
how you see on the
cellophane
actual
would be
box.
on that window.
Yeah, yeah.
There are a decent amount of fingerprints, and I know that they were cutting down their prints at the end.
Yeah.
To avoid fingerprints, and it's still pretty messy in the margins.
Yeah.
Which I think is worth pointing out.
Yes, and we do have registration issues with the wood block and the litho.
Yeah, you see the purple coming up.
Yeah.
Everybody, before we go, a big round, everybody for getting such fabulous prints done.
That being said, fourth place is going to go to the SMFA group.
Third place goes to, just make sure I don't pull La La Land and announce the wrong name.
Gosh, yeah, imagine you're right.
Mass Art.
Mass art. Our second place would be Boston University.
And of course, first place will go to
RISD.
How does it feel to be the winners?
It feels really great. It feels really great. No, sorry.
That does.
That's all that I'm feeling.
The first time you said being invited